Hey guys, you guys know how I play a bunch of video games, right? And
Yeah.
before you can answer that,
Oh,
let me explain something to you. The reason I don't play a lot of video games is because I get really angry every time I play. And it happened again earlier today. So I was playing Fortnite and I was down to the last five. I was playing a nice solo match. At a solid amount of kills. I'd say the five or six. I can't remember because I blacked out at that point. But I made it to the final two. And before you knew it, I got shot on a bullshit shot. I poked my head up for 1 second and my head got clapped off. So what did I do, like I normally do? I punched my desk. So I punched my desk today. And out of nowhere, the back right and left corner of the desk just collapsed and fell off the desk. And now my monitors are laying flat down because I can't fit them anywhere else on my desk. I have to redeem myself. I have to get these monitors back up, but I can't buy a new desk right now. I'm so busy. Funds are low, and I just can't buy a new desk. So I need to find a way to get my monitors propped up on this desk. Do you
well,
guys
what
know of
if
anything?
what if I told you that I had a solution to your problem? Not your anger issues, because that's a much more deep-seated issue that you need severe counseling and therapy for. But what if I told you I had a solution to your monitor issue?
If you're lying to me again, Rob, I'm going to break the other half of this desk. So this better be good.
I wouldn't lie to you, Tom. I wouldn't lie to you,
So
Chris.
you don't even
I
know my
can't.
name.
I would.
Man.
I
How am I
would.
gonna
I can't. I can't. I was so distracted. You seem very frustrated and very upset, and I got distracted, and I apologize on that.
It's
Trust
okay.
me,
All right.
from the
Try
bottom
again.
of my
One more
heart.
time. One more time. What do you got for me?
Now, you're saying you're missing two-thirds of your desk currently?
Yeah, a little more than half. Yeah. So I'd say about two-thirds. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Um, well, what if I told you that there was a way for you to get both of your monitors up on that desk, on that one-third that's remaining, and get it elevated off of the desk, so next time you want to hulk out and punch right through it, your monitors will be fine. They won't be flat on the ground, and you'll have a place to keep them. They'll be
Wow.
safe.
So I can save money and not get anger management if I just get these. So I
I
mean,
I
but
would
it's going to cost
absolutely
just the same,
well.
right? They're going to cost the same because I mean, anger management isn't cheap, and I doubt these monitors are cheap.
I will tell you one thing: the monitor mounts very cheap, and I can help you out in the end with that too. But the anger management, you still might want to look into, down the line. But for right now, your quick fix is in the form of Echo Gear monitor mounts. Have you ever heard of Echo Gear monitor mounts?
Honestly, the streets are talking about it, but I haven't been listening. Everyone on the internet is going banana land about them. But if you know more about them, because I really don't, can you please explain like the process of them? Are they expensive? It must take forever to set up. I mean, I don't have time for this, Rob.
So, how many monitors do you want to utilize on your one-third of a desk that is remaining?
So I need at least two. I need at least two because I mean, me and two of my good buddies were like big time podcast guys. So like when we live stream, I have to watch Twitch on one screen while I'm playing games and watching videos and acting like I'm paying attention on the other.
Right. Yeah, that makes plenty of sense. So it's a good
Sure.
thing. It's a good thing that Echo Gear has options for you. You could get not only one, not only two, but you could get three mounts for your monitors. You only need two, but hey, maybe down the road, if you skip that first or second anger management therapy session, maybe you want to pick up another monitor on the way back, then you can get three.
Ooh, if I had three, I could watch Little Einsteins on the left one as I'm playing video games on the other one.
It's a good
Wow.
point. You gotta
Sounds
learn yourself something while you're playing.
Yeah, no, that's so true, Rob. But I mean, like I said, I'm constantly on the go. I'm working a lot, so like when I have a little time home, I don't want to spend the whole couple hours I have awake on setting up these mounts because they must be difficult as fuck to set up, right?
Hey, how much time do you get on your lunch break?
15 minutes.
15? Oh, man. What if I told you you can get it done in 15?
I would say you're a bullshit liar.
I am not. I would never lie to you, Dom. I mean, Chris.
Wow, that is fucked up. See, I mean, it means something coming from you because you're really good. I mean, bad at PUBG. So it's like I get it because you probably get angry too because you die a lot and you're. But regardless, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. But say I'm setting it up and you're not around to help me. You're a busy guy too. Could I call anyone to help me? Do they have any customer support? Like,
You can call their customer service whenever, wherever, speak to whoever you want at Echo Gear. They will
really?
help you out and they will help walk you through it. Because I understand English, tough for you.
Very
First language, still tough to comprehend, but I think with all the nice pictures and with a little assistance from their customer service, I think you can get through it in under 15, maybe 20 max.
All right. I mean, I'm very interested now. I mean, I'm on Amazon right now. Is there any way I could just buy it on there, or do I have to go all the way to their website?
Good thing you're already on Amazon, because if you just search for Echo Gear right now on Amazon.com, you can find all of their great products right there, readily available at your very first click.
Wow. Thanks, Rob. And hey, just for the sake, just because I know I'm going to be able to do it, I'm just going to punch my desk one last time.
Great. I'm glad you did. But hey, wait. Let's not stop there. I got one more little tidbit for you.
No. What could it be?
You can save yourself 10% right now. If you go to echogear.com, or if you're on Amazon, scrolling through Amazon every single day like I am, you can search for Echo Gear monitor mounts, and if you use promo code 10WICKED, you will save yourself 10% off your monitor mounts.
Well, Rob, thanks so much. You saved my life. I can't wait to punch my desk and have my monitors not fall over. Yippee!
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Hold on a second. Let me just snip that. Yippee.
I'm fucking excited.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Let's do that. Record over here. All right. Hold on a second. Sorry.
Dude, my room is 200 degrees right now.
Is it?
Yep. I'm gonna go turn my AC on at some point.
What are we on? Episode 87?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah? No?
Yeah, 87. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. WGG Chris P says, that was such a good ad, guys. Best ever. I agree, whoever that is. Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. It's your boy, Papa Dom. It's episode 87, the Rob Gronkowski edition of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We're all the way the fuck out here. It's your favorite degenerate journalist. Once again, like we always do every week, whether you're sitting in traffic right now listening to this, whether you're on twitch.tv/wickedgoodgaming listening to it live, whether you're about to skydive out of an airplane and you just needed a little bit of confidence, so you just snuck in a little time just to listen to the ad, or whether you're, trying to set the mood with your girl or your boy, it's 2018, and you put it, she says, or he says, put on something that's really going to stay, they say, put on something that's going to put me in the mood, and then they hear that Not Another Gaming Podcast theme song, and it's motherfucking on. We're here for you. Your three internet dads are back. As always, first up, the 2004 world champion of Duck Duck Goose. Rob, how are you?
I didn't know that you would dig that deep into my biographies that people have been writing about me so frequently. But yeah, 2004 Duck Duck Goose, international, unrenounced, number one in the world, champion.
I actually saw it. It came to mind because I was watching ESPN Hardwood Classics, and they had you on there. It was in the Wayland School Gymnasium.
Right.
And,
see, that's what not a lot of people know. When you're playing on hardwood like that, it's a little more difficult because you're firmly planting your feet when you're trying to run. Yeah. But it's a little different when you're playing on turf or actual grass.
Yeah,
but it's a little tougher in the gym. Yeah, a little tougher in the gym.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody. I mean, when it comes to like football and stuff, like there's indoor, like this, people are like arena players or they're like dome players or not. But from what I've seen from your records, you're pretty versatile. So
see, I was doing pretty good because at that time that's when the Nike Shox were released. So I had like 2 or 3 pairs of Nike Shox I would just rotate through all the time when I was going to meets in like regional tournaments and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I got 2 days left of this work week, and then I'm off for an entire week next week because I have my certification exam next Friday. So I'm going to be attempting my absolute best to study for it. So we'll see what happens. But who knows?
Good. And hot off a anger management session, and another pretty good ad for 2 for 2 for the last 2 weeks. Chris, how are you?
I'm like 4 for 4.
Oh, I'm stopping
like
now.
I'm telling you, I'm like Bieber. All I know is hits. So I'm gonna go back a little bit by Rob talking about how we put on the Nike Shocks to run through meats. Little does everyone know, whatever I'm trying to say. When he's talking about running through meats, he's talking about like steaks, burgers, pork. He's running through meats.
Yeah, dude, I was sponsored by Arby's.
Shut up. Arby's.
I was sponsored by Arby's. I would go there, they would give me all the fucking roast beef sandwiches I ever wanted, you know.
Ranked in eating contests.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
a
I was
solid
ranking
gig.
it too.
If we ever got sponsored by like Arby's or Applebee's or like TGI Fridays, that'll be fucking sick. Like unlimited apps whenever we go in, or like half off apps, that'll be fucking heat.
Yeah. It wouldn't
Oh, who would you got? All right, who would you guys want to be sponsored by?
Chili's.
Hooters.
Oh, you perv.
No, I like their wings.
No,
Yeah,
the
no.
wings are fire.
Yeah,
Though.
the wings are really good.
They're really good.
You put away like
Um,
25 of them the last time we were there. I was gonna be sick to my stomach.
Yeah, I could put away another 50 right now if I wanted.
Dude, every time I eat Hooters boneless wings, like obviously you got to go overboard and you have to have like a couple dozen of them. But
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I shit like a fucking animal the next day.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. I'm so bound up like a pair of headphones in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Bound
I
like
just
a pair of
shit
headphones in
and
your
shit.
Great analogy. Great
Like
fucking
that?
analogy, huh?
Just came to me. Just
Dude,
came
I
to me. It
don't know
wasn't
what it
planned
is.
out
I
at all.
always like no matter what it is, I'll eat the boneless wings pretty much every time. Actually, every time I've been to Hooters, and I'll get the hiccups like crazy, like wicked bad. I don't know what it is. If it's like the heat for the wings that I'm getting or something that gives you the hiccups, but like every single time. I know this is like probably the least, like the lowest tier of complaints, but like I get them halfway through the visit and then I have them for like a straight fucking day afterwards. I never know what it is. I too shit my brains out, but like I just don't know what it is. I really could never.
You know what probably plays into you getting the hiccups? Who is the big dozen beers you have?
Yeah.
That probably plays into it too.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
4 pounds of wings and a 7 to 13.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, we still gonna do the Hot Ones challenge one
I
of
know.
these weekends.
We've been saying that since like January.
I know, dude. Not next weekend, but let's figure it out for a weekend after that where we'll.
I'm down. I
we'll
mean, I'm
sit
at this
down,
point
we'll
where like I'm ready to do it again. So
Well, yeah, we'll sit. Oh, I was gonna say we're gonna have to get like. I'll see if Chris 2 is available for a weekend. We'll have him come babysit for us because he's used to babysitting all of his friends on like acid and shrooms and shit. I'm sure he can handle babysitting us on fucking hot sauce.
I mean, I think we did have him record something for me and Chris in Montreal, and he had his finger over the camera the entire time. So, I don't know.
But we don't need that though. We don't need him to sit there and record. We can all be in the same place. We'll just record an episode of the podcast. The three of us will eat the wings. Chris will be there, probably cooked out of his fucking tree, and he'll just be sitting there laughing at us. I've been trying to get him to come on the podcast for the longest time.
Dude, by the time we're gonna eat the wings, they'll be so baked that like he's already chowing on the wings.
Yeah.
There'll be no wings left.
He's got the fucking ghost pepper wing already in his mouth.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? Was I supposed to be doing something?
They'll actually just show up high, and we're like, "No, you were supposed to be the sober one. What are you doing?"
Yeah, but that is him sober.
That's true. Yeah, no, I completely forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I would probably want to be. I mean, dude, the sliders at Chili's are so good. The like big mouth bites that they have, and then they have like their homemade ranch that they give you with the fries. Ooh, a heater. And low key though, I feel like the 99 doesn't get enough respect. Lauren loves the 99, I will tell you that. And they always freeze the mugs. They freeze the beer mugs, which is a huge factor for me. They stopped doing that.
A&W. A&W.
Damn, that place was so good.
Remember when I was like, I don't know if I'm going to come to Montreal this year? I'm going. I'm not fucking leaving. Yeah, oh God. Yeah, I mean, if we're talking like a fast casual place, like a Chili's or an Applebee's or a 99 or whatever, like 99's get some fire wings too. I mean, I feel like they get slept on. And I know that they're a local place. They're a Massachusetts place, but...
I consider Fridays like high end.
Yeah.
I'll never eat Fridays ever again.
Really?
It's like Del
Yeah, I got food poisoning.
Oh, shit. That's how I am
Just
with
have a
Chipotle. I can't eat Chipotle. I can't even look at Chipotle without getting fucking mud butt.
No.
It's terrible.
Dude, I was at Chipotle, when was that? Sunday, I think. and I got such a homey hookup on the burrito. But like it was to the point where I didn't even. I was pissed because first of all, I was gonna feel like dog shit after eating all of it, and the burrito wouldn't even close. I just ended up taking the burrito and dumping it into a bowl and like chasing my scoop of burrito with a bite of the tortilla. Wasn't good.
Ugh.
Wasn't happy.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Had a good time.
All right, let's.
What else did you do this? What else did you do this weekend?
Me?
Great transition,
That was
huh?
a good segue.
Great-
That was a good segue.
Great transition, huh? It's almost like we've been doing this for 87 fucking
Yeah,
episodes.
exactly.
I'm always surprised. I had a fucking hell of a weekend. I'll tell you that for free. So I ended up going to New Hampshire with like 8 to 10 of my buddies. Ooh, excuse me. And we were just sitting by the fire. Well, not during the day, but sitting by the lake during the day, crushing drinks, eating food, smoking cigarettes, packing lips. Like I was on all tobacco. I was on all booze. I was crooked, and I'm gonna go back on my word a little bit here because I talk so much shit about those spiked seltzers, but man, I took a 24 pack of Trulies on a fucking ride, and I was on my level throughout the whole day,
Jesus.
and they were incredible. They were incredible, so good. Well, they were water at one point, but like literally took a 24 pack on a ride throughout the whole day.
I feel like they're water at the beginning, and then they're like tough to get through towards the middle, and then they're just water at the end.
Again.
Yeah. Yep. That's how I felt about the like not your father's root beers, where I would have one of them and I'm like, this is delicious, and then I would get to the second one and I'm like, wow, my entire body is just shutting down. And then I would finish the 6-pack and I'd be fine for another hour. And then I'm laying in bed, staring at my ceiling, praying to every god I've ever heard of to just relieve me of the pain. There was a few weeks on like D&D nights when like those first came out where we were fucking deleting those. Oh my god!
I cannot. I can never get past 2 of them. It's disgusting.
I'll never drink those again.
Have you guys tried like the not your father's average Mountain Dew or whatever the hell it is?
No. After the root beer, I saw that they have orange soda. They get the Mountain Dew. They get fucking this, that, and the third. I bet the Mountain Dew is fire, but knowing
You
what
could
two
literally-
root beers do to me.
You could literally buy a 2-liter of Mountain Dew and just get a bunch of fucking booze.
Yeah, it's true. Just put a bunch of vodka in it or something.
Yeah, why do you need to go get their brand?
Great
Dude,
idea for this weekend.
I haven't had a Mountain Dew in like forever.
Easily a decade. Easily been a decade for me.
Because that's such a bad name to it. It's like you're like a hick or a junkie if you drink Mountain Dew.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or Baja Blast, the only one I'll ever
Actually,
drink.
yeah, that's that kind. I always forget that Baja Blast is a Mountain Dew product. I had a pretty low-key weekend. Got a lot of sun. Was over at my buddy's pool for a little bit. Our buddy Warren from Down in Front podcast. Hung out with him. Hung out by the pool. Got some dinner with some friends on Sunday. Friday night. I don't even fucking think I did. What the fuck did I do on Friday night? I don't even remember. I think Lauren was out. Oh yeah, I didn't do shit on Friday night. That was it. I stayed in and I played WoW and I just fucking vegged as hard as humanly possible. I got home. Lauren had some plans with some friends, so I just like was laying on the couch, straight fucking melted. And by the time anybody responded, because I texted a couple people, I was like, what's going on? Chris, I think you were heading up to New Hampshire. Rob, I think you were with Kaylee, or you were going to hang out with Chris too and Christina. And so I texted my brother, and by the time he got back to me, it was fucking 10:30 at night. And he's like, I'm at Valare. You can't fucking pay me to go in there. So yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm sure International Fridays was a fucking hit.
At a fucking Italian restaurant.
Yeah, an Italian.
People are eating arancinis and you got fucking Daddy Yankee on 12.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I have definitely danced to bachata in Valare before, but that was definitely after like 6 to 12 Hendrix and tonics. So, I'm not at liberty to discuss that. But yeah, so all in all, pretty low-key weekend. I've been in like the second week of the keto diet. So I've been completely swearing off beer and majority of carbs. I like average like under 15 carbs a day, under like 5 grams of sugar, and it's been going pretty well. I have realized that I get buzzed a lot quicker and hungover a lot easier, which definitely sucks because there's not a lot of carbs in my system, which is great because I'm like, it kind of sucks because I don't like being hungover, and I usually am not hungover. I never get hungover at all. But it is easier because like I don't spend as much money on booze, so that's fine. But yeah, and I've lost like 10 pounds in a week, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it fucking drops quick.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for.
When you start cutting out carbs and sugar. When I did it for like almost a month, and I dropped like 18 pounds.
Yeah, I remember.
But then I got it all the week after when I started eating again, because I got sick after that 4th week, and I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know what it's doing to my body, but I can't do this. And I put like all of it back on.
Oh my god. So yeah, it's going pretty well. How are you, Rob?
Friday we recorded the Hearthstone Boomsday Project review.
Yep.
And what did I do? I went and I hung out with Chris too and Christina for a couple of hours, and then I drove home and I was up until 4 o'clock, like clipping and editing the video to make sure it would fit into YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally up until 4 o'clock in the morning. Then what I do? Then I woke up. My family came over. It was like a mini family reunion on my dad's side, which happens like once a year in the summer. My like great aunts and cousins will come down from New Hampshire and like other parts of New England. And usually like 1 or 2 of them will crash for the weekend. But like we didn't have anything big because my dad's still not feeling super great.
Mm-hmm.
But like it was nice seeing parts of the family that I haven't seen in a while. I was on 5 nephew and 1 dog duty all weekend, so I was chasing all of that around. And then after everyone left, I kind of I'm pretty sure I played Neo for like 7 hours straight.
Nice. On
Saturday. And then Kaylee texted me. She went out with her brothers, and she texted me at like 2 o'clock, and she was like, hey, I really want to come crash at your house, but I can't drive. So you want to come here? And I'm like, all right. And then I forgot to bring my Michelob Ultras.
Oh.
Dude, you gotta hit me up when you're out there. We'll get a coffee in the morning. You can tell me about the crazy sex you had the night before.
Huh? What? Sorry, you cut out. Let's move on to something else. Hey,
yeah,
you guys play video games at all?
We're just talking about you and your girlfriend. It's fine.
I've been playing.
You know what?
I've been playing a dangerous amount of PUBG and Neo.
Ooh.
Dangerous. Like, I'm probably like 75% of the way through Neo, and I'm going to 100% that game. But it is one of the best games I've ever played. And I'm going to try to get an article up tomorrow because Neo 2 was just announced. The sequel to it was just announced. So I'm going to I might get something up about that. And then whenever I finish Neo itself, I'll get a review up for it. But yeah, I've been grinding PUBG. The new season starts every month, just like Hearthstone. Fuck. I got to open up my Hearthstone shit today because the new season started. I got all the way up to rank 8 in Hearthstone. That's the furthest I've ever gotten on the ladder.
Good.
So I've been doing a little bit of grinding on that, a lot of PUBG grinding, and a lot of Neo grinding.
Dude, I barely played the Witchwood. I feel so bad. I probably still have unopened packs too. I think, or maybe I opened them all, but I like didn't build any decks. I was like slacking so hard. But this will actually segue into my topic. Been playing a fair amount of video games. I've been playing a lot of Knights of Pen and Paper for the Nintendo Switch, which is pretty fucking great. It's like an old school Final Fantasy game, like turn-based combat, all pixely. It's like 8-bit or like 16-bit graphics. But the premise is like you are sitting at like a D&D table, and you build out your party. So you build like you pick like a character.
I've seen this. Yeah.
There's like the jock and the nerd and like whatever, like the regular people roll, and then you pick their class. So I have like me, John, and Rob as my party, and and then you go through and you do different challenges and you like level up, and there's lots of like little in jokes for tabletop games and stuff in there, so it's a lot of fun. And it's a great.
Who plays what class?
So you're a jock warrior. I put mine as like the regular guy. It's just like Mr. or Sir or something like that. It's like the regular guy rogue, and then I have John as the it's like the sci-fi. I think it's like a sci-fi geek or something like that, paladin. So it's pretty good. We're wrecking shop right now. I'm only like a couple hours in, but it's a really good game. So I've been playing that, and then I finished up the new World of Warcraft event, which is called the War of the Thorns, and that's leading into the new expansion. So in between the last couple expansions, there's been these different like in world events, like live events that happen, and in this case, a capital city gets completely burnt to the fucking ground. That's been around for like 15 years. And you can either participate in it on one side, in the burning of it down, or like if you play the Alliance faction, you're trying to stop them, but it ends up just happening anyway. It doesn't matter what you do. And a lot of people are bullshit about this because the leader...
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, the leader of the Horde, for those of you who don't know, I guess I'll explain it in like kind of simple terms. The leader of the Horde has changed hands like 3 different times in the last 3 expansions. The leaders have died, or they were driven crazy, or they were just turned into bad guys all of a sudden. So the Horde's had 3 or 4 different war chiefs in the last 3 expansions, if you count Thrall. So you have Thrall, Garrosh, Vol'jin, and now Sylvanas, who's a Banshee. She's undead and she's evil by nature, but you know, the WoW developers were talking about how both factions are supposed to be morally gray. That's like the big joke on Reddit right now, which is morally gray, morally gray, morally gray. But then she goes and fucking burns down this gigantic tree with like hundreds of thousands of people in it. So pretty evil, but a lot of people are bullshit about this, and I mean, granted, there's not a whole lot of context around it. Like, I have a feeling that in the expansion, we'll see what's really been going on and maybe get a little bit more insight as to her reasoning for it. But a lot of people are bullshit. So my topic is what was a change that was made to a game, whether it was a game mode that got changed or a tweak or a adjustment or a patch that, like, ruined a game for you or, like, turned it off or turned you off to it.
I mean, I got one right off the bat.
Yeah, let's go.
In Overwatch, the release of Brigitte, she was such a broken character that she was played in almost every competitive match. You would see her all the time in like professional play because she would make every person on your team so hard to kill by just giving them so much armor. So if you got her ultimate, it would apply extra armor to everybody around you on your team. So instead of like getting a headshot with a Widowmaker and taking out one of the squishies like a Zenyatta or something, you now have to headshot him twice. And it makes team fighting that much more difficult. So if you're playing like a slower style deck, I mean not a deck, a slower style gameplay with a team comp, like it's tough to win team fights when they're already over their actual maximum health limit with shield. And at that point, the game transitions into like a play style where there's so much like knockbacks, knockups, disrupts, like just displacement abilities, because she had 2 of them. And at that point, there were really only like 3 actual displacement abilities: Roadhog's Hook, Reinhardt's Charge, and Lucio's Boop. Pretty much, like, that's all I can think of off the top of my head. But once they introduce Brigitte, you now have full team armor, 2 more displacements. Doomfist also had 2, but he was also like Feast or Famine, where if you dive in, you have to get 1 or 2 kills or you're kind of fucked in that team fight. But yeah, when she released, the entire meta of the game just crumbled. So there were probably like 2 or 3 different play styles. You could either do a dive comp, a slow push death ball comp. But when she came into the game, it was like everybody's on top of each other. Everyone's behind a Ryan shield. You can't really do anything. If you're playing Reinhardt against that team comp, you're just getting thrown around the entire map. And it was super shitty. And I haven't played the game since.
That sucks. That does sound like, I mean, whenever you come into a situation where like there's a certain character or a certain like class or whatever that like it has to be like it's a must play in a certain comp, I mean, that kind of fucks up the game, because if you don't have a decent one, then you know that you're automatically at a disadvantage. So that definitely fucking blows for sure. There
were a ton of like big name streamers that streamed Overwatch as their main title that just left. They stopped playing the game. Tim the Tatman, he was playing and he watched the video of one of the pros playing as Reinhardt, I believe. and he was just getting booped and bopped around the entire fucking map. And he was like, "This is why Overwatch is dying right now. This is why everyone's playing Fortnite. The current meta of video games that are being released is so fucking dry. If you want to play something multiplayer and competitive, it's just shitty. Like, it's either Fortnite or you're playing something else, and it's tough to stream anything else other than Fortnite at this point."
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Chris, what do you got?
So it's a go-to for me. It has to be one of the Call of Duties. I mean, that's all I talk about apparently. But remember when you could have the Akimbo model 1887s, the two shotguns, and you would shoot, spin it, shoot. Dude, those were so fucking fun. And then they nerfed them, and then they completely got rid of them out of the game. But that's such a big thing that stands out to me in MW2. Where they dropped the ball to me was that, yeah, they were a little overpowered. Nerfing them was the right thing to do, not as much. But they never took it upon themselves to nerf any like air attacks, like the chopper gun, the AC-130, the Pavlo. Those were so OP, and they never did a goddamn thing about them. So yeah, I guess the thing that pissed me the most off with an update was nerfing the model 1887s.
Yeah, I mean that was literally the loadout for pretty much everyone who wanted to get a nuke.
Yeah, no, not, but yeah, but no. I mean,
if you wanted to be active and get a nuke, if you wanted to camp, you didn't use those guns.
Yeah, so like if you wanted to camp and get a nuke, you would have like Scavenger,
Scar.
You would have a Silent Scar or AC-130. Yeah, the ACR, sorry.
ACR, yep.
And then you would have 7, 11, 25 Harrier, Chopper Gunner, nuke.
Yep.
And then you just lay down and kill. Maybe you have Hardline on, so you made it 6, 10, 24.
Claymores every time.
Oh, I have to. Dude, those were so fun, getting nukes. That was like that was one of the funnest things in a video game. But then everyone started going for them.
Yeah.
But then they did something good where you can only get one by shooting people and not any kill streaks. That was good. Yeah, a little tangent right there. But, I mean, yeah, I guess that was an update that made things good, too, when they made nukes only accessible from getting kills with your gun and not any of your kill streaks or explosives or anything.
Mm-hmm. For me, so I got a couple of different ones. Some of them are actually like patch changes, and some of them are, one of them's like a sequel that changed something, like a core feature, and then one of them's a patch change. So, probably one of my most disappointing changes, like from one game to another, was Mortal Kombat 10. They removed the tag team mode, and I thought that was the most fun mode in Mortal Kombat 9. Like, me and my brother would do like tag ladder online for fucking hours, and it was so much fun, and it was super smooth, and there was still definitely like a competitive aspect to it. It wasn't just one of the, like, Mortal Kombat 9 was one of the first ones that NetherRealm was trying to make into an esport, and to have it up there with at like Evo with Street Fighter and all them. But so I bought Mortal Kombat 10 day one. I was like, dude, I can't wait to do tag ladder again. It's gonna be great. I guess fuck me for not looking into it, because they removed the feature entirely for no good reason.
Not good.
So I thought that was horseshit, because I thought that mode was a lot of fun, and I'm pretty sure they've had tag ladder in almost every Mortal Kombat game. There's only a couple that I can think of that didn't have some sort of like co-op or 2-on-2 feature. So that kind of blows. I'm gonna fall back on WoW as my topic for the or as my subject for the topic. Just as it starts, it's gonna end. In 2 expansions ago, so the warrior class has a couple of different specs. One of them is you have a big 2-handed weapon. The other one is you have two weapons, like one in each hand, and then the other one is like the tank, which has the sword and the shield. I was never interested in playing them because I never knew how to tank, so I wasn't like all I wanted to do was play a guy with a fucking sword and a shield. It's like all I wanted to do. I didn't want to make a paladin. I just wanted to make like a sword and board warrior. So Warlords of Draenor comes around, and they said we're gonna make something called Gladiator Stance. And Gladiator Stance is for warriors that were at level 100. You could select a certain talent, and it would change that one tank spec into an actual damage dealing spec. So you could do like sword and shield, you could throw your shield, shit like that, and it was broken as fuck. Like, they just experimented for the first time turning one class into something else, and it was insanely broken. Like I was raiding with it. I was raiding with a character that I just got to level 100 with like no gear whatsoever, and I was keeping up with people who were probably way more geared than me. And PvP was a fucking absolute cakewalk. And they patched it. And they removed it in the I think it was the last patch for the game. They for that expansion they took it out, and I was fucking heartbroken, and I haven't played a Wario since. I'm just not into it. I literally couldn't even tell you how much fun it was to just like feel just like a big like plate wearing badass and fucking steamroll people. But yeah, you know, it was broken, but it was like fun in a broken way. So you know, not,
I mean, to follow up on that, like the release of Blood Razor in League of Legends for junglers.
Yep.
I used to jungle all the time, and when they dropped like new jungle items, which they needed to at the time because they were so stale, one of them was called Blood Razor, where the more big minion camps that you kill, like the more big minions in camps that you killed, you would get a Blood Razor stack. And once you hit 25, it would double your attack every like 4 attacks. So say for instance a jungler like not Lee Sin, Master Yi, he builds mostly attack speed, and he does true damage, and he does a double attack every 3rd attack, I believe. So when you would just, it made the jungle meta kind of shitty because you would just stay in the jungle and farm up until you got your Blood Razor, and then you would just go out and fucking destroy anybody in a 1v1. But they also like inevitably nerfed it, and then I think they removed it entirely. But like I also had a good time using it.
Yeah.
To go on what Chris was saying for Call of Duty, when they got rid of Demolition, ooh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was, dude, I'm gonna say it, but I was also ranked in Demolition because there were so few people playing it.
Yeah,
so
I agree with that.
So me and my buddy Ezram from high school, we used to just grind demo all the fucking time, and we were in like the top 800 at one point. And then the next Call of Duty that got released didn't have Demolition in it, and we were pissed.
I mean, I never, like, I would play, that's the one where there was 3 bombs, right?
No, so there was 1 bomb and everybody had a bomb. So there was one bomb site, everybody on the teams had bombs.
I'm trying to think of, but there's 1 bomb site?
Or there might be more than 1 bomb site, but I know everybody has a bomb, and you might have to get 2 out of the 3 or something to win, maybe. I can't remember exactly.
I thought it was 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, it might be that.
I think there's 3 bomb sites, but you need 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, well, we played the shit out of that. I think it was Black Ops 2, maybe, or Modern Warfare 2. I can't remember which one it was. But they took it out after the following one. So, RIP demo.
RIP. RIP.
You heard that Canada put their first esports stadium in?
Oh, shit, really? Where's that?
Yeah. Toronto.
Ooh, T-Dot.
Enough time. Drake's gonna own a team.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the sidelines of whatever team is in fucking first place. Doesn't even matter if it's Canadian or not.
How many stadiums are there already? Like United States wise?
I mean, in the U.S., I mean the most notable specific one is I think it's just Blizzard Arena is the first like fully dedicated one in the U.S.
Yeah, I can't think of.
Because when they said first in Canada, I thought it was like, I don't know. I knew that it had to be the first over there, but it made me think like how many dedicated arenas are there for video games?
Yeah,
and I was like, it has to be like tops 3.
Yeah, there are so few, in fact, that when I Googled this, there was no Wikipedia article for it. So I would assume that there is absolutely just as many as we think there are. So you can probably count on 2 hands. I bet there's a lot in Asia. I would assume that there's a lot more. So I don't know. But back in March, I remember that there was a nightclub in Vegas that became a dedicated esports arena too. So that was the only other one that I've really ever heard of. Because I remember when I first heard of it, I thought it said like the Las Vegas Strip has its first dedicated esports arena, and I thought it said like Las Vegas Strip Club becomes esports arena, and I was like, that is a whole fucking different animal. Imagine that shit. Oh my god.
Business idea right there.
Guys
A
with the
strip club that also doubles as a video game arena.
fucking coming in their Overwatch jerseys. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
but half of the kids in the fucking league wouldn't be able to get in.
That's true.
That's true.
That is true.
And then they'd be rock hard playing their match.
So distracted the whole time.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that I know that Canada has been doing a lot of big things for esports, so that's cool to hear that they're doing that as well.
Fucking George St. Pierre last year at DreamHack Montreal came out onto the stage and said he was fully supporting, like, financially and backing a lot of the esports growth in Montreal.
Yeah. I think it was because it was right across from where we were staying. The Esports Montreal place. It was, I think it's just called Montreal Esports. It was just MTL Esports. It was right across from us on Saint Laurent, and the headquarters was right there. They have their own professional team. They have like a players agency. They're gonna have like an online channel. I think they must. I mean, it's probably already developed a lot more. But yeah, GSP was like I think a founding shareholder or something like that. So that's pretty fucking dope.
I can't wait till that's like the norm, and there's a bunch of dedicated arenas. I'm so sick. I mean, it's gonna be. It's inevitable right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And like Robert Kraft like calls us up and he's like, "Hey, we got 3 floors in this building for our arena that we want you to use for your headquarters. So like, you guys want to move your shit in there?"
I think Bob Kraft would back us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, you guys drunk all the time too.
Give us a couple pairs of Air Forces, and come on the podcast. Bob Kraft, if you're listening to this, come on the podcast.
If we get Bob Kraft on, that means we get like Gucci, we get Meek Mill.
Yeah, I mean, you get pretty much.
Too.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see why not. Rob, you got a topic for us?
I was actually thinking we haven't done it in a while. You guys want to play Zoltan Bob's Guess My Game?
Of course.
Sure.
Of course.
All right. Hold on. Let me get a pencil.
I'm so good at this game.
You're doing great, Chris. Keep up the great work.
Is the main character an animal?
Is it Tom Nook?
Do you have to pull weeds for free at any point in this game?
All right. So, for everybody listening, if you don't already know, if this is the first podcast you've ever listened to from us, it's happened a couple of times. I think we're at like 12 games. They win the majority of the time. So the idea of the game is up here in my head, Zoltan Bob's game is resting up there. It's taking a little tiger snooze, right? So Chris and Dom have to ask me yes or no questions to try to determine what my game is in my head. So they have 19 yes or no questions. And then on the 20th question, they have to determine, hey, is blank your game? So whenever you guys are ready, I have a game right up here.
All right.
I know it.
All right, Chris, you're up first.
I want to go crack my knuckles, but they didn't crack. All right.
We already lost.
Is this game an MMO?
No.
Okay.
I fucking tried.
Is the main character of this game a human?
Yes.
My question, Dom. Now I have nothing.
Well, so Rob, you made kind of a face. Is he or is he not a human? You were like,
Yeah, there's humans.
Well, is the main character a human?
Yes.
Okay.
So maybe that means in the single player on the game, it's human.
No. Every time you guys go off on crazy fucking tangents, it never comes back. So just like start asking questions and then go off. Get to like question 10 and then go off on a tangent.
Why are you yelling at me? Jesus Christ. Is this game part of a franchise?
Yes.
Is this game multiplayer?
Yes.
Or did that mean multiplayer only? Probably not, right?
Um,
Yeah, feel free to fire them off, Tom. I'm all about quality over quantity.
Is this game... Was this game released after 2010?
No.
Okay.
Was this an Xbox game? Exclusively Xbox.
No.
Damn it. It was probably for Xbox, alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means it's multi-platform.
Let's see. Main character's human, part of a franchise, multiplayer, released before 2010. Is this game in a fantasy setting?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Damn, dude, my fucking forehead is almost as greasy as yours right now.
It's a realistic game, Dom. It's realistic. Humans, realistic.
Well, he said that there are humans. So
Oh.
there's probably other things that aren't humans as well.
I don't know if there's other things that aren't human. There's humans in it. I know that for sure.
Is this an FPS?
No.
Fuck. Alright, so not MMO, not FPS. What else is there?
Is this game third person?
Yes.
Is this a... Can this be considered a role-playing game?
No. That's number 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fighting game.
It might be a fighting game.
Rob, is this game a fighting game?
Nope.
What the fuck, Rob? Dom egged me on to say it too. Now I look dumb.
I didn't say anything.
I see myself in your forehead right now.
Fuck you guys. Let's see. Main character's a human, part of a franchise, multiplayer. It's third person.
I'm drawing a blank, Dom. Drawing a blank.
Let's see.
I have a question. I don't know if it's dumb or not.
What is it? Run it by me first.
Well, I want to know if you play as just a single person or there's more than one, like, main character.
If it's not a role playing game, you probably don't play as more than one person. Just like
so you can probably pick who you.
yeah.
It's realistic too. Was it before 2010?
Yeah.
No.
It's in a realistic setting. That was the question.
Okay, so the characters might not be realistic.
Is this Is this game in like a post-apocalyptic setting?
Nope. I'm not even gonna count that. I'm not gonna count that.
Okay.
Well, it's really nice of you. And once we win the game, I gave you guys.
No, because I feel like you guys are struggling with this one, and I'm not gonna count that one. It's already confirmed that it's in a realistic setting, so I'm not gonna. I wouldn't consider post-apocalyptic to be realistic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's fair.
So,
multiplayer released before 2010, not Xbox exclusive, not in a fantasy setting, not an FPS. Is this game open world?
I don't believe so.
Called down to the umpire. Did he go?
Doesn't believe it's open world. All right, so that eliminates a couple that I was thinking of.
We'll say sandbox,
All right.
not open world, But like Sandbox has open world elements to it.
Okay, so what would you call Grand Theft Auto?
Open world.
Okay. What would you
opposed to,
define
like,
as a
PUBG
sandbox?
would be
What would you define as a
PUBG would be
sandbox
sandbox.
game?
No, you got to give me examples. I don't want to throw any more hints out.
PUBG is a sandbox in your eyes.
PUBG is a battle royale.
I mean, sandbox and open world have always meant the same thing to me. I mean, sandbox, I guess. Dude, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you. Like, I'm gonna have to like Google like sandbox game. Okay, so when I Google sandbox game, the first one that comes up is Grand Theft Auto. So, I don't know. I don't know if there's really any distinction.
Okay.
Like Just Cause. Would you call Just Cause like a sandbox game or an open world game?
I never played it.
That would take a good one, Dom.
I think the open world and sandbox.
If GTA isn't considered an open world game, what is?
I would say that it is an open world game.
But it's saying online that it's a sandbox.
Well, if I Google sandbox, the first thing that comes up is video games open world. Like it's treating it as a synonym.
Okay.
Can you give me like something that's far off that you consider a sandbox game, just so I know like where your head's at? The only other thing I can think of is like Minecraft. That's like a sandbox game, but not open world. But that's probably not what the game is.
I don't know. I can't think. I don't know. I have no idea. Just ask another question.
All right, so we're not counting that one?
Sure, we won't count that one.
Okay, I'm just saying I didn't get like a straight answer for it, so I don't know. Okay. Let's see.
Somebody in chat think of a good sandbox game right now.
Yeah, please. And I guarantee it'll be an open world one. Okay, not an MMO. Main character is human. It's part of a franchise. Multiplayer. Released before 2010. Not Xbox exclusive. Not in a fantasy setting. Not an FPS. Third person game. Not an RPG. Not a fighting game. Jesus. Was this game on PS3?
It was ported to PS3.
Okay.
I'm fucking... I don't know. I'm
Chris, help me out here.
I'm trying, Dom. Trying.
It was ported to PS3. I'm trying to think of like realistic games that were...
Realistic setting.
Realistic setting. Part of a franchise.
You play as a human.
Are humans. Third person.
Not a fighting game. Not an RPG. Third person game.
Has there been one that, well, Dom, do you think this is a dumb question? Has there been one of the franchise that's come out recently? And we'll specify what recently means. But like, I feel like it could be a game, but talking about one of the older ones. Like how GTA is the overall game, but like an older one's like Vice City
yeah.
3.
I don't know. I feel like we might be burning a question there. Third person.
I mean, I could ask questions. I just don't want to burn through them. I'd rather ask the right questions.
You've been sitting at 12 for about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Is this game rated mature?
No.
Wow.
That really fucks me up. All the ones I was thinking of were rated mature.
Is this a sports game?
No. No.
A little hesitation there.
Yeah. Imagine if Rob threw a sports game at us.
You can't do that. I mean, you could be like, oh, was it Madden 2010? It was Madden 2009.
That would have been mean.
Is this a game made by Rockstar?
Nope.
Well,
It's 15.
that eliminates the other two that I was thinking of. I was thinking Max Payne 3 or LA Noire, but can't be those.
You think it's Dance Dance Revolution?
Dance Dance Revolution is actually an MMO.
That was good pacing between questions, too. Let's try to keep that one up.
Fucking doing my best here.
Yeah,
Is this a military game?
No.
This game doesn't exist.
This is going to be something unrealistic, and I'm going to fucking split my desk in half.
We got something for that. Echo Gear. So it was ported over to PS. Maybe a 2 here. Should we figure out who makes it, or is that too many?
We did not figure out who made it.
Do you want to go for that, or do you think that's too many questions?
I mean, yeah, I don't think it might not be worth another one. It's not a role-playing game. It's not a military game. Sorry,
Pacing's definitely slowing down.
Since I always ask this question, have I played this game?
I don't know for a fact, but I would say probably.
That definitely narrows it down. But it was ported.
You have two questions left, by the way.
Oh fuck!
I'll give you to 25 actually, because I think you might be able to get this.
I think I've played it.
But you got to pick it up a little bit.
All right. It was ported to PS3.
I would love to pick it up, but I'm gonna fucking. Dom, do you think you kill zombies in this game?
Well, you just got 5 more questions, so.
Well, he said it's realistic, so if it was realistic, there wouldn't be zombies in it.
Well, no, it's a realistic setting.
I'm gonna side with Dom.
Okay, thank you.
Just to move this along a little bit.
I'm like thinking here. Is this game a... Do you play as a female in this game?
You can.
All right, can I rephrase that? Is the female the main character?
I don't know how to answer that question.
So I assume that I mean, under the impression that there's like a single player campaign and that there's a main character to play as, that there is a protagonist and that she is female.
That's a possibility, yes. But real quiet on Chris's side.
I mean, I don't fucking know a thing. Everything I'm thinking of isn't. It's not good questions right now, and I don't want to screw Dom because chances are I'm not going to be able to guess this.
Well, bounce some ideas off me. Give me help. Give me something.
So every time we say something about a main character, he doesn't know how to answer it, which makes me think when you load into the game, you're able to pick from a list of characters that you play as.
Yeah, there's probably some sort of.
So like a Super Smash Bros. Type of thing, where like you're just on the screen and you pick who you want to play with.
But it's not a
so
fighting
you can
game.
Exactly. So you can play with a female. There is no main character type stuff. Because they're all kind of main characters.
But it's not a.
It not being a fighting game and having that be a thing where there's no main characters really fucking me.
I know, it's really fucking me up too. Ported, it's multiplayer. I'm like in a serious like.
And it's not an Xbox game too.
Well, it was ported to PS3. It was ported to PS3, which either means that it was not on PS3 at first, and it was there's only a couple of games that I can think of off the top of my head that were ported to PS3. And like one of them is BioShock, and BioShock isn't a realistic game. It's also not a first-person game. Can play as female. Oh my god, I'm like literally like scraping the fucking bottom of my brain right now.
Chris, I think you should just start rifling off some questions.
Should we just say fuck it, Dom?
No.
And this is why I can't rifle off questions, Rob.
Well,
I think.
You could say fuck it and ask a question. That's fine. Just ask a question. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Ported to PS3. It's not an MMO. Main character.
Part of a franchise. It's not a military game either. So every time I think of a third-person game, I think of like military-esque or fighting-esque.
We might not even make it to 25.
Is this
I don't.
Is this game? Oh my god! I guess no, because that would be the main character. Is this game? I mean, I'm just gonna have to narrow it down this way. Is this game made by EA?
Nope.
Was this game made by Activision?
Nope.
That's 20.
Yep.
Chris, you got anything? Just like bounce some ideas off me.
I mean, I've had a group of games I've like had in my head, and every time you ask a question that comes back no, it like drops 2 at a time, and I'm literally down to like none.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to look at just like games in general and try to get an idea of questions that'll differentiate them.
You know, at first I thought this was I thought this was going to be Bully, but it's not. It's because it's not a Rockstar game.
Game. Boy, I would have been all over that like flies on shit. I just don't know what it can be. If it's not a,
It's going
it's
to
not
be
a fighting game,
Cars
I'm
2.
Good.
What are some other questions we can ask? Are there any other like general questions that we've asked before in like different editions of this?
So if it's in a realistic setting, that doesn't mean that the people that you're playing have to be realistic. So they could be like cartoons. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a fighting game.
Need some help from the chat here. Need some help here. Give us some questions, guys. You guys have listened to this for fucking a bunch of times.
What if it's The Sims?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that doesn't fall into anything, right?
I don't think The Sims was like on.
Oh, I was muted. I said Quitonic brought up a good point in chat. It better not be Neo. Neo is technically considered a sandbox game, whereas Dark Souls would be considered an open world game.
I haven't played Neo, so I don't know the.
Sitting on 20, resting on 20.
I'm like
So
running out of like questions to think of. That's the thing, is I like literally can't even. It's not that I can't decide on what question to ask. It's that I don't even know what questions to ask. This game's not rated mature.
Come on, Chris had something.
Oh no, I was going to talk to Dom about it. What did you already guess? It's not EA. It's not
Activision. It's not EA. It's not a sports game.
No sports game. Can't be Sony because it got ported over to Sony.
Is it?
No.
If it's History Channel Civil War, I'm going to fucking kill myself. All right, no, it can't be a war game.
Yeah, I'm like over this, to be honest. I'd be happy to take an L just to not play this anymore.
Jesus Christ. Is this game rated T?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Check through your filters on Google. Not rated M, rated T.
I'm like trying now. I'm trying to fucking Google shit. Is this game how do I put this? All right, it's not an EA game, so it's not this. Is this game Is this game the most recent installation in its franchise?
No. Nope.
I said that a fucking hour ago, Dom.
Yeah, well, I wasn't as desperate an hour ago.
It's like me at the bar, hooking up at a unit.
Dude, I don't fucking know. It's not the most recent in this franchise. It's rated T. Am I gonna throw myself out a window? Am I gonna throw myself out a window when you tell me what this game is?
Maybe. I won't even count that one. You get 2 questions left.
Is this game I don't even know. Is this game a music game?
Nope.
Cool.
Fucking wrap it up.
Last question is
You have to guess it, don't you?
no, this is the last question and then I have to guess it.
Yeah.
Is this game based on a board game?
Nope. A big X and an exclamation point next to this one.
Is this Everybody Dance Pack 6 for PS3?
No.
All right, what the fuck is it?
It's Crazy Taxi. You guys
Fuck,
literally...
I looked at that too.
Crazy Taxi
guys
wasn't on
lit-
PS3.
It got ported to everything. Crazy Taxi has been ported to everything. Crazy Taxi, platforms, arcade, Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, GameCube, Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, iOS, Android, PlayStation Portable, Xbox, Game Boy Advance.
You said it wasn't a
ported
racing
to
game.
Everything. You never asked racing.
I asked if it was a racing game.
No, we didn't. We
You
didn't.
never asked if it was a racing.
Yeah, we did, Rob. Both
No,
of
you
us
got- get
asked
the fuck
twice,
out of here. You
dude.
didn't ask if it was a racing game. Not once. You got...
That's definitely not a sandbox game. Also, there's no fucking way. Crazy Taxi is not a fucking sandbox game.
Yeah.
And it was made by Activision. Crazy Taxi is an
made by-
Activision game.
By Hitmaker, published by Sega.
Published by Sega, Activision, and THQ. Those are the three publishers. I'm looking at it right
This
now.
was in 1999, published by Hitmaker and Sega.
Wow, good win, Dom. Good win.
And no, literally in nowhere does it say
It used-
anything else besides that.
Acclaim is the company that it was that's on the front of the box, and Acclaim became Activision.
Crazy Taxi and its sequels are considered score attack racing games. You drop into sandbox cities such as San Francisco and New York and Chicago, or maybe not fucking Chicago, but San Francisco and New York, and you do missions. Okay? There you go. You guys lost.
That sounds like
Get over it.
That sounds like a sports game to me. Racing's a sport.
Get over it. Get
We're just
over
gonna
it.
have to agree to disagree that we lost on that
You
one.
guys lost. Get
Yeah,
over
I
it.
think this is we need a mulligan on this one. This is just exactly like Cameo
No,
Elements of Power.
you guys weren't even fucking close.
Not a sports game. That's Racing's a sport. Acclaim became
driving
Activision.
it. You're gonna tell me driving a taxi is considered a sport? Get the fuck out.
Ask a
of here.
taxi
You guys
driver.
lost.
Ask a taxi driver.
Take the L. Take the L.
Also, when the fuck did Crazy Taxi get a sequel?
It has 7 sequels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has
Who
7
the fuck's
sequels.
supposed to know that?
Crazy Taxi 1, 2, 3, High Roller, Catch a Ride, Fair Wars, City Rush, and Gazillionaire. The most recent release in 2017.
Whatever.
You guys lost.
Lost bad too.
Yeah, you guys weren't even close.
Game sucks
That was a
anyway.
good one. That was a
You
good one.
gotta figure out a system to narrow like a group of games down within the first 10 questions. I'm just gonna throw these at you real quick. Next time, like figure out the generation, figure out like the time frame that it was released instead of just before 2010. That's incredibly vague. It could have been anything. And then once you determine the generation, figure out the console. And then figure out, like, there's so many different methods. You guys just fucking throw questions haphazardly around.
I'm never fucking
I blame
doing this
Dom.
again. So that's fine.
Yeah, you guys are fucking sore losers. Get over it.
No, I'm happy it's over. I'm a happy loser.
Peter Bread, I 100% agree. I think the segment needs anything but dead air.
It's not my fault. It was dead air. Hi.
I mean, you guys took some extended amount of time in between.
All right, let's close out this episode with a little Wicked Good Gaming Send It. Why don't we? Chris, what do you got?
So as everyone knows, I only shout out people that subscribe to us on YouTube, comment on our shit, and all that good stuff. So I have a comment from Tony Burns. He said, "Found you." Actually, yeah, no, I didn't shout him out already, right? Yeah, he gets another one anyway. Tony Burns. Found you guys on some small-time music app called Spotify a few months ago, and I love you guys. Been in UK, and I miss your streams, but I catch you guys on Friday with the podcast. Keep up the good. And then new subscriber John McInnes. New subscriber Joseph Orozco. Joseph Orozco also commented, "Hey guys, been listening to your podcast for about 2 months. Haven't made it to the live one because I work nights and I'm sleeping when it's going on. But I tune in while I'm working. Keep up the good work." And then Lawrence Ortiz, name looks really familiar. Commented, "Y'all ugly. but I want a shout out. Haha, just kidding. Y'all are beautiful.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And he's not wrong.
That's all. But if anyone wants a shout out from yours truly, you gotta subscribe to us on YouTube, comment on our shit, like our stuff, whatever. Just I'll see it.
Bob, what do you got?
I want to give a big shout out to the developers of Crazy Taxi, Sega, and Hitmaker for developing a game that was apparently a ghost, even though I'm almost positive all three of us have played it before. You guys have both played Crazy Taxi before, correct?
100%.
Dump?
Sorry?
Have you played Crazy Taxi before?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So big shout out to Sega for developing that game. I'll try to figure out a way to ease it next time. Or I'll just wait till we have guests on that also play video games. So I honestly I got nothing else. I don't
Big shout out to Activision for being responsible for the ports of Crazy Taxi. I just want to make sure everybody knows.
the ports, exactly. The
port was the one. The port was the ones we were talking about. Big shout out to them. Thank you for porting Crazy Taxi to so many consoles. I really, really appreciate it. Big fan of Activision stuff. Everybody knows Papa Dom, big Activision guy. Quick shout out also to our boy Johnny Rootbeer. New tent up on the website right now. He just did a teardown of everything that we've seen of the Venom movie so far, so go look at that on wickedgoodgaming.com. Also, I just put up a new blog recapping the lead developer at lead developer at BioWare who left after 22 years. Really great content on the website this week. Go check that shit out.
I'll probably try to get something up tomorrow, and then Chris is going to finish out the cycle on Friday, right, Chris?
Sure.
Bang! We'll finish out the cycle.
That's it. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I got. So big shout out to everybody who hung out in the chat. Thank you for sticking around. We love you. Banana Banana Banananen BANANENNANEN Bananen.
It's banana na.
Batman.
Yep.
Shout out to Batman, Commander Root, Decaf Smurf, Electrical Longboard, Land Fusion, Matty Tone, Misfit HD _ Peter Bread 91, Zanik Geber, and WGG Crispy. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the stream.
That last dude's cool.
Sounds ugly. Sounds like his asshole smells. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're wondering, hey, how can I watch these guys? We pretty much stream every Wednesday, sometimes on Thursdays at this point, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/wickedgoodgaming. You can also find us on literally every single podcast app that you can think of, even if one just got invented yesterday. I promise you we're already on there. iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Overcast, Podbean, sometimes I fucking guess, and Spotify. I don't know if I already said Spotify, but Spotify, TuneIn Radio, iTunes, Podbean, but yeah, whatever. And shout out to the sponsor, Echo Gear, 10% off, promo code 10wicked. Use it on their website, and they will give you a discount on a very, very fucking good monitor mount. Do you guys have any final thoughts or anything else that you want to say before I fucking end the recording and go to sleep?
No.
I might buy myself a port of Crazy Taxi and play it tonight.
Good night.
Bye, I'm ending it.